Welcome to another Firswood online video lesson. I'm your teacher Hashim Malik, and today we are going to cover long multiplication. In the first example, we're going to answer the question 67 multiplied by 4. To answer this, we must start by rewriting the question in the following format in the table below. When writing it in this way, we must also remember our place value, so that we correctly write our ones, our tens, and our hundreds. This will help us when answering the question. We must also remember that out of the two numbers, the largest number must go on the top, and the smallest number must go on the bottom. We can now start answering the question. Let's start with the ones column. Let's highlight 7 and 4. We can start with our first multiplication of 7 multiplied by 4. This will give us our answer of 28. We can now put this into our new method, which we've written below. However, we do not want to write the 2 in the tens column as we're not quite finished, so we will carry this and rewrite this on the line above to show we have carried the 2. We can now start by highlighting the 6 and the 4. We will now multiply these two numbers together to finish off the calculation. This gives our answer of 24. We can now write this in the next two available spaces in the table below. However, we can't forget that we've carried the 2 from the previous part of the question. So as we add 2 and 4 together, we get 6. This gives our answer of 268. Now that we have worked out our answer, we can move on to our next example. In this example, let's take 67 and multiply it by 9. We can start by rewriting it like we did in the example above to give us this table. We have remembered to place value and to place the largest and the smallest numbers in the correct position. We will start off by highlighting the numbers in the ones column, 7 and 9. Multiplying this together will give us a value of 63. We can write this in the table, remembering to carry our 6 and writing it on the line above. When we take the rest of the calculation and do 6 multiplied by 9, this gives us 54. Now, when we add the 4 into the next column, we realise that adding this to 6 gives 10. So what we must do in this case is put a 0 in the tens column and carry the 1 into the next hundredth column. We can now add the 5 to this one to give us 6. This gives us our answer of 603. Now let's move on to some more word problems. Make sure to pause this video so that you can read the question in full. Always remember to highlight the most important parts of the question. This question requires us to do 36 and multiply this by 6. We can do this in the same method that we did previously by rewriting it in a table, remembering our ones, tens and hundreds column, as well as placing the largest number and the smallest number in their correct positions. When we do 36 times this by 6, we can highlight our right handmost column and first start off by doing 6 multiplied by 6. This gives us an answer of 36. Remember to put this back into the table you've just made, carrying the 3 over to the tens column. We can now highlight 3 and 6 and continue the rest of the calculation. 3 multiplied by 6 will give us 18. This can be put back into the column, remembering that 8 add 3 gives us 11, so we will place 1 in the tens column and carry on the 1 over to the hundreds, adding the 1, giving us 2. This gives us our answer of 216. This shows that Emily has 216 eggs altogether. We tutor the UK national curriculum online to any country in the world, so no matter where you are, get in touch and access our services at www.firswoodtuitioncentre.com.